We are going to be playing Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis, but you're noticing probably on screen, this is not the Sega Genesis, this is the Xbox One. We're going to be using the Castlevania Anniversary Collection to play this one. And this is a pretty nice collection. We're going to have a little bit of a preview of what this collection offers before we jump into the game proper. The game itself, okay, the collection was done by M2, so you know it's ported correctly if you've played anything out of them. But on top of that, you also get a couple other little nifty extras that I do want to show off very briefly, and then we'll get to the game proper. I also figured for Halloween, may as well go into probably one of the most famous and beloved, horror series in games, or horror themed. Anyway, this collection, which is available for the Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC, and I think it's actually on sale this week for Xbox One, comes with the original Castlevania, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4, The Castlevania Adventure, which is a Game Boy game, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, also for the Game Boy, Castlevania Bloodlines, which we'll be playing tonight, and Kid Dracula, which was an unreleased game, at least it was unreleased in the US. It came out in Japan for the Famicom, and now we finally have a version of it, or at least you have this version, because it came out on the Game Boy in the 90s, and it's actually one of the rarest games on the system. But the collection comes with all that, as well as like a bonus book of information as far as box art information, story backgrounds, interviews with some of the people who made it. But then you also get a nice little thing here, which you get to play. We're not going to play the Japanese versions of these, but you get to play the Japanese versions of every single game here. Well, is it? Okay, maybe not every game. Alright, 1, 2. Yeah, I guess we don't have 2, and I guess, yeah, 2 doesn't have a Japanese version in this, and I guess the reason is because it's heavily story-based, and heavily, based around clues and everything. So, okay, almost every game. Just a little bit of a preview of what this collection has to offer. And it is a nifty way to play this game, and now it's one of the other ways that you can actually play this, because for years, Castlevania Bloodlines came out in 1994 on the Sega Genesis as the only Sega game for Castlevania ever. There was another one on the Dreamcast they were planning, but that got canceled. It was Castlevania Resurrection. But this game, for years, was never released on anything else. Even when the Wii Virtual Console was making its rounds, and Konami was putting out releases for that all over the place, and it had support for the Genesis, none of the games they put out were put up on that service. Whether it was this, Rocket Knight Adventures, Contra Hardcore, anything Genesis-based was not available. So it took until just last year when it was on this collection, and then also on top of that it was in the Sega Genesis Mini unit that came out. But I'm using this collection tonight for a couple of reasons. One, because the way of using save states is going to be a little easier. And I'm going to use save states because I've actually never beaten this game before. And I only played this game for the first time last year, so I'm semi-inexperienced. But, well, okay, I played a decent amount of it, but not enough to beat it. So I'm going to be using a save state for that. And also because I'm playing on the Xbox One, I'm going to be getting an achievement for this. That was the reason I was going between this and the Genesis Mini, which I also have, and I will show off at some point. But enough of the preamble. Let's talk about Castlevania Bloodlines. Oh, right, you also get a replay option, where I think you can either save replays or see replays of the game being beaten for you. But we're just going to actually play it as is. And one thing we're also going to do is I'm going to go into the menu, and we're going to take a look as far as the screen sizes. Yeah, because you can set it to original, you set it to pixel perfect, 16 by 9. And you can also have scan lines if you want to really make it blurry, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go in original, frame, no frame. Yeah, I think that's everything for this. So, and again, I'll be using save states as I go along, so we don't get a situation where I'm running into game overs. But let's get this party started. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that was me leaving the menu, but alright, let's play the game for real now. When you hear that, you're like, yeah, it brings me back to old Konami times, back before they were mostly focusing on their slot division and not really making many video games. And even today, it's kind of the same thing. It seems like they're licensing most of their stuff out, or doing collections like this every so often, not always, but anyway, we have an opening story as far as what it is. I actually don't remember what the story is for this game, honestly. To be honest, this is not the Castlevania game that I'm the most familiar with. It's one I was requested, which is why I'm doing this one before I'm doing Symphony of the Night, which someday we're going to be going into that one. But basically, this is, I think, one of the latest Castlevanias as far as how its story timeline works. And one thing that's interesting about this is you get a selection of characters for this to play through. Alright, so here's Bloodlines, which is known as the new generation in Europe, but we have the US release here we're playing. I'm going to go into options briefly and check a few things. Yeah, I'll play on normal, players 3, control. Yeah, I think it's ABC how it's working, so it would be, in this case, X for A for B, and B for C. So we're good. And there are passwords, but again, I'm going to be using save states after each stage just to make sure, just so we run things, get things going. Alright, now let's get this started. Alright. Yeah, you get a choice of 2 characters. You have John Morris, who uses the vampire killer, the whip that slayed Dracula, or Erlich Lacard, who has a spear. Most of the time I played this game, I usually play as John Morris, because he also plays a lot like Simon Belmont and Trevor Belmont in the other games, so we're going to be using him. I don't remember if there's a difference in story, depending on what character you pick. I think so. But again, we're going to play with Mr. Morris in this case. Now we are at Stage 1, the ruins of Castlevania Dracula, or Castle Dracula. Castlevania is the name of the castle. A perfect game to be playing on a Halloween night, for sure. And as you probably hear right now, the music in this game is pretty amazing. It was actually done by Michiru Yamane, who has worked on various games in the series after this, but this was, I think, one of the first games she worked on. I guess I may as well, if you have not played a Castlevania game before, most of the Castlevania games are side-scrolling, or at least back in the era they were side-scrolling, just kind of going around, defeating enemies, and in this case tearing them apart, which is quite lovely. And, you know, getting hit, that I want to avoid, but in this case I have the nice whip that I can use to hit things, and also to pick that up, which is an invincibility, which I'm going to be using right now, just kill enemies as much as I can. You also get the candles, which have items, which give you points, or they have these gems, or at least in this game they're gems, it's usually hearts. But they power your sub-weapons, which you can always tell if you see the candles that have, like, the singular flame on top of them like that. Let's see if I can hit it from here. Or I can just use my sub-weapon anyway, which is pressed up in the attack button. Or actually, no, it's not. It's on the C button, or on, in this case, the B button. There we go. Got the axe. Actually, that is a good one for me for this, because I do want to have an upwards attack. The other thing I want to do is I want to go down here and check something. Thankfully, this game does not have a time limit like some of the other Castlevania games do. I want to check the walls and look for health, because health is very scarce in this game, or any Castlevania game usually. So you want to try and look for the walls like that one there. And basically when you do that, you want to hit it and you will get usually some item like health out of it, like here. I think there's health in this. Okay, no, there's a book. So much fun. So good atmospheric as far as how it looks and how it sounds. Just defeating enemies and, well, destroying enemies by collecting that mirror. But, oh, that was close. I was afraid I was going to fall off, because that sometimes happens in this game. When you're hit on the edge of a platform, you'll be knocked back and fall to your death, which I want to try and avoid. Especially this early in the game. It's weird, I'm so used to the other way of playing the Castlevania games where the sub-weapon is not on a different button, where you hit up in the attack button to do it. So I might just end up getting myself killed by having too much fun, or just explaining it too much. Again, this is a fun one. It's one that Again, I didn't play this until just recently, but it's one of those games that made me wish that I had played it when I was growing up. Actually, the other thing you can do with the whip here as well is that usually just hitting it left to right, but you hit up and the attack button, you can hit it upwards to hit the candles and also to swing on things when we run into situations like that. But that's also another weapon, holy water, which is pretty useful, but I'm not going to be using it right now. Oh, but I did get this, which is a power-up from my whip. And I might die, so I gotta be careful here. Or I just use the boomerang. Fortunately I died. Yeah, get used to that. This game is not easy. Unfortunately, every time I die, I have to upgrade my whip again. And also I have to get whatever sub-weapons I have. At the very least, it's good for this, because I get to show off some of the other sub-weapons. I'll use the holy water in this case, and with health, I should be fine for a second. Yeah, in that case, because it has a bit of a range. I'm surprised he hasn't destroyed the windows yet. I don't think the glass hurts me. Okay, no, I guess parts of it do hurt me. He's done, so we're set. Yeah, I do want the axe, particularly for the boss in this stage, or the main boss. That's the mini-boss. Because actually, these levels are pretty long, or they're good in length as far as how it is. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking for the pot roast in that case. It'll be a full health recovery. You don't find those often, so you want to get them when you can. The one thing that they're introducing in here, let's see, can I do this? Okay, not on that. Yeah, there we go. When you whip onto some of these platforms, you can swing off it and get yourself a higher height. But I don't want to do that yet until I take care of these things, the bone towers. Always annoying in the Castlevania games, even though you can use the whip to knock their fireballs back. Usually I like to take care of them from a distance when I can. Alright, there we go. Now I can also do the whip thing a little more. I'll be using that a bit more as I go along, but for the time being... Upstairs. Go. Again, even though I haven't played this game as much as some other games in the series, I've really liked what I've played of this so far. Again, my first time playing it was last year when these collections came out that had it, but I'm really enjoying this game. It definitely has this nice 16-bit style to it, kind of like Castlevania 4 does, but in its own ways. Again, like the idea of, you know, this was what Sega got as far as Castlevania was concerned, and Konami did good for Sega for sure on this one. Also, if you're hearing honking horns and screaming children outside, it's Halloween, so I guess there are some people out for certain things tonight. Actually, I haven't been getting anybody coming to my house. Get tired of what I miss. Hey, good to see you tonight. Not much. Just started the game up. Started playing through the first level. Just kind of went through a basic explanation of what we're seeing. Just kind of looking for health and items and everything, but not really too much. Again, just explaining also that there are people outside for Halloween doing certain things, but again, they haven't been coming to my door, maybe because I don't know if people are allowed to... Oh, okay, I should have been paying attention by walking up that as it collapses. People haven't been coming to my house, I guess because there's like health restrictions and things, but Also, I don't have any candy to give them. This is like one of the few years where that's not the case. So, that's actually been a benefit to me, just as far as that. Just like, okay, I don't have to stop in the middle of this and say, like, oh yeah, I gotta give people candy or something. Because usually I'm at home on Halloween, usually because it's during the week, but as far as this, I mean, for a weekend, I was like, alright, if I'm gonna be doing it during this game, like, are they gonna come to the door this time? But apparently not, so I get to avoid that. But I do need to pay attention here, sort of, like I did last time, which is climb up the skeleton as it collapses on me. Those guys I gotta take care of. Also, I gotta be careful, I'm actually running out of lives. I only get 3 to start, and I've already lost 2 of them, but I'm in good shape, I think, for this boss. And again, as I mentioned when I started this, I'm going to be using a save state every stage because I have not completed this game, and I want to keep things moving. Again, as I said, my experience as far as Castlevania is concerned is more with Symphony of the Night than this, but in spite of that, there we go. I just want to make sure he was actually taking damage. He's not showing it, but he has his health there that I can still hit him with. I use my axe every so often. Sometimes you want to stay away because they will have a desperation attack. At least he didn't then. Like all the old Castlevanias, when you're done, collect that orb. That's level 1. And there's our password. You know what? I'll use the password screen to do a save. Actually, let me just make sure that took. Record over set. Okay, I think it worked. Alright. Alright, stage 2. The Atlantis Shrine in Greece, which has the Sinking Sanctuary and an amazing piece of music. And some amazing graphical effects. This is what I'm talking about. PC. No, I'm playing this via the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is on the PC, but I have it on Xbox One. It's about $20 on all 4 of the systems. Actually, I think it's on sale this week for $10 on Xbox One, but I've had this for about a year, but that's how I'm playing it, because again, I don't have an actual physical copy of this game. And it's actually kind of expensive. Well, the original Genesis version is expensive, as is a lot of Konami games nowadays. But I gotta climb semi-quick, because that water is not going to be good to me. John Morris may be a human in this game, but he is not. Discord recognizes it. Recognizes the game, or recognizes the collection that I'm playing it through? I mean, maybe it recognizes it because I specified it as a Genesis game, which it initially was. But yeah, I think in that case, actually, I'm realizing that's. I mean, I guess it's recognizing the collection then, because I guess it's taking a look at my Xbox Play situation. And I think that's kind of how it's working for basically all the systems that Discord supports as far as modern systems and their notification stuff. Gotta watch out for those minutes. Okay, no, it stopped rising here. Okay. Here we have a mini-boss battle, which is actually kind of difficult. You have to basically time it perfectly, going backwards and hitting upwards with the whip. And while that's happening, the water's rising, and if it gets too high, I'll get hurt and I'll die. Sometimes you have to be pretty much perfect with how you hit him, but again, I had the whip power up, so that worked okay. We'll see him again later. Let's see. Whoa! Oh, okay, I guess I got the water orb. I didn't realize that I'd gotten that. Alright, it does take a lot of my gems down, because that's my ammo in this game as opposed to hearts for some of the other Castlevanias. Oh, right, this one. I don't think I have to worry about... Actually, that has a nice lasting damage effect. I remember him. Yeah, I can... actually, no, he went down really quick with the combination of the power I have and that, but oop, here comes another one with the axe. But if I keep doing this way, I should be good, but stay away from that axe of his. Again, unfortunately, I lost the fire aspect on that by getting hit. At least he gets stuck in the ground, and I can get him that way. Well, we're not done in this stage yet. Now I'm going downwards, and this can be, yeah, a bit annoying when I hit it. Oh, right, when the ceiling becomes a death trap. That I already have game over. I'm not going to reload my save state yet, because I do have continues. I don't remember if this puts me back right here. Okay, no, it does. Alright. Yeah, alright, I gotta be careful, because... like some of the other Castlevania games are concerned, when you're climbing upwards, the bottom becomes a bottomless pit, but now the top becomes a death zone as well, and now we have to deal with, yeah, the most annoying enemies in this franchise, by design, but they're still annoying, the Medusa heads. They go in that sine wave pattern, and they just keep coming. Yeah, and they can knock you down into water like that, and do a lot of damage because of the water. Basically, the best way to deal with these guys, regardless of which game it is, just keep swinging your whip, and just let them run into you, pretty much. These guys, they've shield, but they will still go down. Yeah, I just love this atmosphere of this game, especially the music in this stage. They later remixed this in Castlevania Circle of the Moon on the Game Boy Advance, but I just really like hearing, that's a nice effect. The Genesis may not have been able to do rotational effects built in, but developers found, well, he found a way to die, but developers found a clever way to put in effects like that. Uh-oh, Bone Tower! Those things. That's okay, we have to listen to this amazing track. Yes, I agree. I'm fine dying constantly on this level because of how good the music is. Again, this is a game that's good enough that I have the music on my iPod. I adore the tracks of this game. This one and Symphony of the Night as well. I mean, all the Castlevania games have really good music, even ones that I don't necessarily think highly of. Like, I wasn't huge on Curse of Darkness, which was on the PS2 and the Xbox, but there's some really good music in that one, too. I guess that's the other thing. I can jump over them. I think the design is you're supposed to whip them out of the air. At least with the Bone Tower, you're supposed to be able to whip the... Oh. There we go. I want to wait, because I don't want to take the, holy water. Yeah, actually, this was not the game where they... There are later games in the series would let you have an option where you took a sub-weapon, it would drop the other one you were holding, and you have a chance to pick it back up. Not in this one. I think it was Rondo of Blood that let you do that, which unfortunately is not in this collection. But there is a variance of that on the PS4 you can play, or you can get on the Neo Geo, or not the Neo Geo, the TurboGrafx 16 mini unit. I should show that one off someday. But in the meantime, it's like, this is the one I'm playing, and it's a very good one. And again, for the only one that Sega ever got in the Castlevania franchise. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I mean, okay, just want to make sure if I can make this jump. But I was gonna say this is the only game in the series that Sega ever got, which is kind of not true because Symphony of the Night was on the Saturn in Japan, and then there was also Castlevania Resurrection, which was the canceled Dreamcast Castlevania, which I think was being made by the same people who made the two on the N64, the two 3D ones, which were just Castlevania and then Legacy Darkness was the other one. Okay, it's the only Castlevania game that the US ever got. You can go down there, but I gotta be careful with those Minotaurs. Actually, the other thing I can do is I can use the axe to help. He's good. There's nothing in the walls here. He's there. I'm not gonna see him. This part I remember. This is about up to where I got before I either, again, died or stopped playing for some reason. Hit him with in the head. Okay, there we go. I got him in the head, but I can do that with the axe. The idea is you're supposed to knock the rocks off in the middle, and again, drop them down. I'm gonna have to do that for the next couple of hits. Almost got him. So close. Should be good the next time now. There we go. That probably was easier than using the axe. I guess that's the other thing. You could use the boomerang, but I think for the case of this, using the axe is probably the best option. Jump into him like I did last time. But that's the thing about this game with the... Okay, got him. That's the thing with the jumping in this game, is that sometimes you have a lot of momentum when you do a forward jump like that. And sometimes it could be, in the heat of battle, sometimes it can be tough to tell, like, oh yeah, I'm jumping towards him to hit him, but then I'm also leaning into him to get myself hurt. That's always the challenge, really, of any Castlevania game, but especially this one, just really kind of judging that distance a bit. Alright. That's level 2 done, and there is my save. Alright, there we go. Stage 3. So I'm getting a little hazy as far as my experience here with this Leaning Tower of Pisa. So this game is going all across Europe, which is definitely an interesting situation compared to some of the other ones where you're basically just going through the castle, or maybe in some surrounding areas around the castle. And some of the later Castlevania games definitely get a little weird to that. Like even I think it was Dawn of Sorrow where I don't know, it was either Dawn of Sorrow on the DS or it was Aria of Sorrow, which was on the Game Boy Advance, where the castle appears in Tokyo on Mount Fuji during a solar eclipse, which is definitely an interesting situation. Which, although, to be honest, I think that it's kind of holds itself a little nicer as far as the storytelling in 2D, where some of the voices and some of the other ones weren't so hot, whereas at least with Symphony of the Night is so gloriously amazing with its bad voice acting that it's great. Some of the best, I guess, so-called bad voice acting you could ever imagine. When we get to that game, I am going to have a ball playing that to show off those voice acting, or the voice clips in that. I gotta be careful. Actually, I do like the idea of the Minotaurs grabbing pieces of the scenery to attack me. Yeah, those things still coming after me. That's gonna be tough. Oh no, and a bone tower. God, I hate the bone towers. Alright, we have one continue left. Alright, we're gonna load the save. I'm trying to think of the best way to go about this when I die. I think for this, I'm just gonna be... As I'm starting to get further into this, I'm probably just gonna use the save states, go back to the beginning of the stage. It's also, I guess, a worthy punishment as opposed to me starting the game over, which... Yeah, that's not happening. Actually, I guess while I'm going through this again... What are some of, to the chat, question to you, what's your experiences with this game, and I guess for that matter, any game in the Castlevania series? What is it, what good memories, or bad memories even, do you have of this or any other game in the series? Even with the upswing, it sometimes can be difficult to, you know, keep track of everything that's above you, especially when they move around so much. I'm gonna get him over here so I can take care of him but not hit the bone tower. Okay, he's gone. Good. This is far enough away I can hit that. But, oh yeah, on the stairs in a Castlevania game is somewhere you usually don't want to be. Although at least in this one you can defend yourself when you're on the stairs. Some of the other ones you can't. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to see if I could get that bone tower, but then again that one just got me then. Or I can just walk past it. I could do. Lastly, I forgot played a Castlevania 64. Oh yeah, I never played Castlevania 64. Disappointed compared to the 2D games. I hear it's slower, but I've actually never played that one. The only experience I had with the 3D Castlevanias were a demo on Curse of Darkness and a demo on the other one on the PS2, Lament of Innocence. I never played the two on the N64, but I was definitely curious about them. But I guess it's one of those things that they didn't translate it particularly well to 3D. I mean, people tend to say that, oh yeah, none of the Castlevanias really translated to 3D that well, except for some people will say, what was the one? Lord of Shadow, which I've never played that one either, but that's the one that people say they like the most, even though apparently it's basically them ripping off God of War. want to make sure I can jump carefully over these. Because I think falling through the stairs that way is death. Then again, I kind of want to get out of the way of these so I can get away with these bone towers so I can defeat them a little easier. I don't even have my sub. That memory apply must have played earlier games. Well, have you played this? Have you played this one? Is this one of the ones you played? I mean, I would think so, because I know you and others have mentioned this to me multiple times. You said, hey, I played Bloodlines. So was this the one, or were there other ones that you remember in particular liking as well? Yeah, my experience with the Castlevania games tends to be, again, this one, well, everything in this collection, playing this one the most. Oh, that was the end of the level. Okay, I thought I needed to go down there. Okay, so that's wasted time. Yeah, I mean, the one I played the most, I would say, probably is Symphony of the Night. Well, Symphony of the Night, and then the 3 on the Game Boy Advance, which were Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow. Those are the 3 I played the most, and then Symphony of the Night. After that, I probably played the original on NES the most, because that's the one I got after the 3 on the Game Boy Advance and after Symphony of the Night. And then I played a little bit of 2 on this. The 2 on the Game Boy that are on this. There's a 3rd one on Game Boy as well that isn't in this and I don't have, which is Castlevania Legends, and that's a nice effect. I haven't seen parts of this game before, so I'm liking just the idea of like what the mummy is throwing his tape at me. Looks like. Oh, I can go back. Okay, I didn't know that. It's probably best so I can. Oh, right, I'm supposed to swing on the top. Okay. Okay, so let me do that. That's my thing. I want to make sure I can swing on this and not die. I think I need to do that. Yeah. Yeah, jump further and then let myself go. There we go. Yes, good. Alright. There we go. I don't know why they put the candle there, because I don't think you can get it. And it's not like Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night where you can do the down jump in order to bounce off of it. Alright, here we go. Oh, this thing. Or another one of these. At least the axe is making pretty good quick work out of it. That was not too bad. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, if you have motion sickness, you might not like this, but I like this a lot. I like how this looks. It's a great, I guess, display of, again, how clever development of the Genesis is able to make it have rotational effects that, to be fair, the Super Nintendo could do in its sleep, but then again, them thinking outside the box and making something on Genesis that looks as nice as like some of the rotating aspects of Super Castlevania 4 is quite something. Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. That's scarier than anything in this game. But, and again, this is a good scary game for Halloween. I'm thinking, yeah, since it's on a Saturday this year, this is the way that I want to be celebrating Halloween with Castlevania, and this seems like a good one to be doing. Oh, there we go. It looks like that didn't do much. Because there's dead motion sickness. Well, in... Wait. Oh, that was the end? Okay, that was close. Well, I guess that's an interesting question then. What are some good examples of motion sickness-inducing aspects in games where it feels really legitimate to that? I mean, I think Again, I'm not really thinking like that's one of them exactly, but I do like kind of it sways back and forth. Get him with the holy water. Okay, good. It eventually got him. Yeah, the boomerang's gonna be a lot better here. There we go. There's the whip upgrade. Hopefully I can keep this long, but with the bats around, that's not a guarantee. Oh! No, there's not. Actually, I do have the water crystal. I used to have. Not fun. Oh, okay. Did this or any other games affect that? Or have you ever played a game where it's like, oh yeah, it's too much because of something like that? I think the only situation I could think of where maybe I kind of got sick playing a game that way was Mega Man Legends. The way the camera is set up in that, it kind of actually made me get a bit of a headache, and I had to kind of stop playing for a while. That was about 20 years ago when I first played that. But outside of that, I never really had that situation. But I've heard people say, like, hey, I have situations I can't play games or it affects me because of something like that. So, I mean, I'm curious, like, to what situation that is. I mean, I've mentioned that a few times when I've been streaming streams, where it's saying, like, hey, I should be giving, like, a warning for a seizure situation for, like, flashing lights for certain games. Of which, I guess, if this game has any, they probably toned them down for this release compared to it on the Genesis, but again, I'm not sure what they are. I know that Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo had some sections like that, but I'm not sure if Bloodlines did. The brain and body get different movement signals. Yeah. I mean, I guess with games, I mean, the idea of that, like, that kind of goes hand in hand to a certain extent because, hey, you're going to have your brain and body going in different ways with, I guess, where you're looking and how you're playing things, but ooh boy. Actually, I really like the rotation stuff in this. This looks great. I mean, this is like something Treasure would do. Which I guess is an interesting factoid about, well, not about this one, about with Super Castlevania 4. That was made by people who would end up playing Pac-Man in a car. It's bad. Yeah, I mean, there are times... Well, I'll say that. I mean, honestly, when it comes to, like, car rides and things, I did get motion... I did have headaches playing games. Or not playing games, reading books. Actually, you know what? I'm dying a lot here. Oh no, since I'm at the end, or I'm gonna try and beat this boss. If I don't, then I'm gonna be going back to the checkpoint, or back to the save state. I think it's just, yeah, okay, it's just the boulders, so that's good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, honestly, the way I play games sometimes is not necessarily conductive to a Castlevania game, because in a lot of ways, Castlevania is kind of in some ways about staying still while keeping an eye out for a pattern. And that sometimes is tough for me. Probably because, like, I grew up playing, like, Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. Oh! Yeah, that was close. But I do almost have him. Oh, yeah, I just died. Alright, I think that was my last continue, so I think I'm going to have to go back to the beginning of the level. Yes. Alright. Yeah, again, I said this was a hard game, so... And I haven't played it that extensively, so... Yeah, unfortunately, back through here. But again, it's better than the alternative, which was playing through the entire game again. good news also with this one is that unlike Super Castlevania 4 and Castlevania 3 and Castlevania 1, you don't have a time limit in this, which is great. I do appreciate that. Not that the time limits were ever a huge problem in those games, but it's still better to not have that breathing down your neck. Actually, no, this is good, because I also have the continue I still had. Even though I'm just down to that last life. Use password? Yeah, it's true. That is a better idea, but again, the password's only going to help me so much, because I still have to start at the beginning of the stage for it. It was also interesting, like, the move from, you know, I guess this is another interesting thing to discuss while we're going through this, which is the movement from saving, or from passwords to saving, or to like, a battery save. Because there were games on Genesis that had a battery save, even games before this. In fact, you know, I'm going to load, speaking of which, I'm going to load back at the beginning of the stage, so I'm doing terribly. With more continues, you don't get more continues in this game. But, oh, I see what you're saying. Use the password for that. Well, alright. We can do that. Next time I get to a stage... Actually, no, I'd have to write the password down. So, yeah, alright. Yeah, I'll think about how I want to do that. But I think for the time being, this is going to be the better option. But as I was saying... Oh, there we go. As I was saying, just around... I guess it was probably around this time where I guess people were moving away around from passwords to, like, cartridge saves, although Konami was not one of them. It wasn't really until the PlayStation era where we saw them doing, like, saves. But, I mean, I guess that was an interesting situation where you had, like, companies where they decided, like, oh, we could do a battery save, but then we're like, oh, we'll save money by not doing it. Although, honestly, we really saw more of that on the Game Boy Advance, where the technology was there, but then there were a lot of games on Game Boy Advance you'd be surprised that password saves because they didn't want to have, like, a battery. Castlevania was not like that, thank God, on the Game Boy Advance. But... yeah. Well, that went well on them. Actually, no, that's good. I get to hit them once, and then they die from the blowback on the boomerang. Okay, so... Alright, now that I know what to do here, this is gonna be no problem. Boomerang is pretty good for taking care of these. I do want to hold the boomerang for the next room so I can get rid of the mummy from a distance. I know I have to... Oh, it's not going to reach. Alright, so it ended up not doing anything, but I can stand there and be safe. That's really the story of this game, just as far as like a general situation, which is paying attention to where you can be safely and then using your attacks. What is this? Axe. Yeah, the axe. Actually, speaking of the axe, yeah, it's here, so... You know what? I was thinking, well, we'll use this for the purpose of, at the end of each stage, I'm using it now. This thing will die pretty quickly anyway. There's 5 axes to the face of the... Actually, I'll do one more here. And that'll be it for the time being, because I think when you get a game over, I think you do start back at... I'm trying to remember if you start back at the beginning of the level or not. Well, we'll find out now. Let's take a look. Maybe, actually, no, I don't think so, because when I got my first game over, I was at the beginning of that stage, so, or wasn't it, or just, yeah, just the beginning of the section of the stage, so, we're good, at least for now. Again, I do like the, I guess, the attention to detail here of the swinging castle. And again, the idea of trying to put the player in a sense of disorientation. Of which this definitely is an interesting early example of that. Another example that was later that I could think of that I really liked was actually Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, which is a game I'll have to get to some point. Where it's not really necessarily about making you feel dizzy, but it's also, like, some of the heights you get in that game gave me a weird sense of vertigo, and I don't actually have, like, a sense of that, but just something of, you know, it put me in that mindset of, geez, I'm high up, I could fall. And there's some other games that have done that I can think of too, but that's one that comes to mind. Yeah, I'll have to figure out, like, when I can do Prince of Persia, or that Prince of Persia anyway. I was thinking maybe waiting until the remake comes out, but honestly, based on what I'm seeing of the remake, I'm not impressed. It doesn't look that great, visually speaking. Especially for a game that's as old as that. It's like, it looked state-of-the-art when it came out 17 years ago, but the new one doesn't look so hot. I mean, I know it's still in development, but it was something I was still kind of wondering about. But again, the original does play on this, and it will look really nice, so I can play that way, but in the meantime, have a good time with this baby. I'll tell you, I love attacking on the stairs like that, unlike the NES games where you didn't have that option. Yeah, I think I wanted the X for this. Yeah, right there, so I can throw that out. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay, no, that makes perfect sense, okay. Yeah, I just realized. Alright, stupid me, I forgot that's where we were at. Actually, I think this might be the first game in the series where we were at famous landmarks. Again, I know the ones on the Game Boy Advance and the DS went more towards that direction. But again, I think this was the first that way. Lost the axe. Oh, but I do have an extra life from somewhere, so should we get that? Oh, let's go back. Actually, no, it's better I go back here, because then I can feasibly get the whip upgrades and get the axe back. In that case, the Holy Water is going to be very useful. I don't have enough for it anymore. But you know, for that section, I think the boomerang will probably be better. Of what little ammo I have for it, anyway. Oh shit! I forgot there was no platform there. backwards. Actually, no. Since I had a save state right here, I'm just gonna go back here because I'm just climbing the tower again. That's like right before this. It's much easier. That, and I also avoid the situation of using up my continues or using up my lives. Yeah, I just gotta watch out for confused heads. I guess while I'm climbing this... Oh, okay, yeah, I thought I was gonna get hit by them. I guess while I'm climbing this, what are some other games that you like as far as scary games, or to chat anyway, that you like that would also be good as far as like Halloween? Again, I like... Oh, okay, that was my fault. What's, again, some other things you like? I mean, I guess we could say something like Fatal Frame from last week, or something like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, and I particularly like Resident Evil 4, and as far as Silent Hill, I really like the second one. That's a good one. I gotta track down a copy of that, though. Of course, Castlemania we've covered. Just touched my foot. And that's always the situation with these guys. Okay, that was my fault. I mean, that's what I'll say about this game. And again, I'm going to use this because I want to hold on to that one continue. But what I'll say about this Castlevania compared to some of the other ones, particularly some of the earlier ones, it is a situation where when I screw up, I'm more inclined to blame myself than the game. Not that the other ones are unfair, it's just that the way the controls, the way that the design of this one is, it's much more of a situation where I'm willing to admit that, okay, I made a mistake, compared to the other ones, where the other ones are a little clunkier, particularly as far as how their movement and some of their, I guess, little quirks are. Whereas this one is like, alright, there's certain things I understand, like the idea, like if I walk off a ledge, because what happened when I just died there, is I walked off the ledge, and when you walk off the ledge, you fall straight down, as opposed to, being able to control your movement in the air. So, in that way, it's like, I'm a little more inclined for that as opposed to how some of the other Castlevanias did, particularly 1 and 3. There we go. Alright, with that, we're going to save here because at least I'll have a nice continue. Which we can use right now. Perfect. I do like how quick it is to do the restore on this one, compared to some of the other collections I've had. As you compare to the Mega Man collection when I did 7, because that one well, that was also a situation where the game just straight out crashed, or the collection crashed, so I had to start over. Same here. I'm going to use it right here because I don't want to do that part again. Or I don't want to do the part I was just adding in. And it gives me more time to enjoy the atmosphere and the sights, because this is a great looking game. I mean, for something that came out in 1994 for Genesis, it looks terrific. I mean, the movement, the animations, the color, the details, even just how kind of stable the game is, even when it slows down. It's like, well, there's a lot going on. I can kind of understand why it does that, at the very least. Clearly, this game is pushing the system's limits, and I do appreciate games on any system that do that, of which I think this is definitely one of them. I guess now I'm thinking about it, what are some other games that you would think on this system that would push the limits of what it does? I'd say this as well, but I mean, I'd also say probably anything Treasure's made. Dynamite Heady, Gunstar Heroes, Alien Soldier, that's a great looking game for the system. The Sonic games, to a certain extent. Alright, I'm gonna just let myself die to this one, because, like, fine. Oh, wait, I got an extra life. Okay, so that's good. I can use that. Actually, you know what? Well, you know what? I would be dying anyway if I did that, so let's not bother. See, I don't want to use the save state too much, but again, it's like, unfortunately, I have to to a certain extent. Like I said, I've never beaten this game, so this is going to be a new case, but I will beat it eventually. Shouldn't take super long, but it may take a little bit longer because of my lack of familiarity with it, or with the full game experience. But again, it also means I get to show this game off, which is definitely something good. Don't want... There we go, that'll... Actually, you know what? We'll go with the boomerang. Or... yeah, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. If I fall down that, I think that's gonna be me falling in a pit. I know it seems like it should be there, but knowing this game, like, yeah, I don't think so. That was nice. I hit him literally from behind and survived, which is nice. And they're dropping ammo, so I do... Okay, now I'm going back because, again, I'm at game over situation. Got through it pretty decently before, so again, I just have to buckle down on this. But in this case, I am gonna go get the boomerang first. Oh, here we go. Fell right through. Again, that happens with this franchise, though. Oftentimes, a backward hit will do you in. And you know what? That's fine. Let's go about it this way. yeah, the boomerang seems like that's the best option. Just wait until they crowd around, then use it. Okay. Oh, but that was why. He drops the holy water, which isn't very good for this. Again, unless I hit him on the run like that. Okay. Now I'm into the rhythm. And we're done. Alright, and we're definitely done with that. I'm saving right here. I went through that too many times to let that go that way again. Axe probably is my best option for this. Alright, time for the boss. Again. Alright. Guys, okay, avoid the tail and then avoid the rocks. Avoid him diving down. It's not that hard, it's just that, again, I have to pay attention to the pattern and avoid getting myself hurt. Now he's changed his pattern up. Got him. Finally. Here we go, stage 3 complete, finally. There's password. Save on this. I mean, again, the thing about using password is just that I would have to write it down specifically. Or, I guess feasibly the other thing I could do, I could use the capture screenshot situation of the Xbox One to do this and look back at it later, but you know what, I'll do that for once. Alright, there we go. Alright, at least it's a use. Yeah, picture. That's true, you're right. I could show. Oh, alright, I guess I'm showing my friends anyway. Alright. Yeah, like, I've done this, like, for weird stuff I've seen in games. Like, it seems like it's glitchy situations. But, or things that were funny. But, alright. Alright, stage 4. Munitions factory in Germany. Actually, I like the creativity of this one in particular, or this game, I should say, because, like, I'm going to real places, I'm seeing, like, skeletons, like, in, you know, military garb, and throwing stuff at me over the railings. Very interesting from a gameplay perspective, as well. Ooh. Okay, that was an accident. I hit the left trigger. Is there anything in the wall? Okay, no, there's not. Well, okay, I didn't want to get the holy water, but I mean, I think for now I should be okay with how this is. Looks like the ceiling kind of gimped the holy water there. Oh. Once you say you're literally fighting Nazis. well, like zombie Nazis, I guess. You know, I'm gonna restart the level. But yeah, I mean, I guess that would also be if I if I did something like Return to Castle Wolfenstein, something like that could. Although I don't have that, or at least I don't have yeah, I don't have that on anything. There's also, in that case, if I was gonna do that, I'd be doing the Tides of War for the Xbox, but I don't have that. But yeah, that is an interesting perspective. Again, like the idea of zombie Nazis even before that game did it. Well, sort of before that game did. I mean, there was the Castle Wolfenstein games on the PC going back ages ago. But again, that was not necessarily a zombie situation all the time, anyway. Actually, I guess that's another one I could also do. Wolfenstein 3D, which I do have for the 360, which is, I guess, the closest port you get to the PC release. You know, don't want that because that's holy water. Oh, no. Health, perhaps. Wait, no, I'm supposed to go down the way. Or, actually, let me see something. Okay, up here then. Is it? Okay, so a minute I was wondering if that was a situation like with Rondo of Blood where you had alternate paths, but I mean, I don't think you do, but still. Pretty nifty. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the zombie, or the skeletons with the spike balls. Okay, that's a neat touch. As opposed to the door opening like the castles earlier in the game, and also in the other games in the series, too. Or for that matter, also how, the spiritual successor to Castlevania, because, I mean, I guess that's the other thing, where is Castlevania, it's a franchise now, is that mostly it's this collection, the series on Netflix, which I haven't seen, I hear it's really good, and I guess the spiritual successor series, which is by Koji Igarashi. There we go. Which is the Bloodstained series, which there are a couple of those, including one that goes back to Castlevania 3 and is actually an even better game than Castlevania 3 is, believe it or not. That was Curse of the Moon. Oh, okay, I can only get that once. I thought the thing was going to come out and crush me. Yeah, I'm used to some games from Konami from this era being extremely difficult. I guess that could crush me, but... always a tough situation when you're on gears in Castlevania and they put Medusas there. Ugh. But, is there a way up? Can I use that? Yes, I can. And fall in the pit. Alright. You know, if I die again, I'm gonna try the situation of the password and see if I can do something with that. If not, then I'm just gonna load the save state again. Okay, let's give this a try. But again, I'm gonna have to be going out to my dashboard to take a look at this thing feasibly. Let's see. Now I gotta see recent captures. Okay, so it's X. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be going back and forth on this one. Get the iron blue intentions again. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We get to enjoy more of the music, that's for sure. Again, this will not be happening when I play Symphony of the Night or the Game Boy Advance games. It probably will be happening if I play any of the other games in the series, though. Let's see. So, XX. Press A and start. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I hit C, or B in this case. Hit that, and then... Alright, let's take a look at that again. It'd be easier if I had a picture of this, or another picture of this. Oh, I'm off by 1. Actually, you know what? Yeah, okay, so XX, that, blue, that. Okay, so let's try this again. And row 3 is blue, that, and then blue X, that. All right. I'm gonna do blue X, this, and then that, and that. Alright, there we go, stage 4. So, back here, let's see how this works. Okay, it looks like I do have a full set of lives, so let's save here. And we'll see how this goes. Again, if I get a game over, we'll see how that goes. And I guess if not, I mean, if I do... Yeah, again, that'll probably work, I guess, out. So, okay, going into chat, I mean, I've been seeing a few people who are mentioning that, yeah, they know, I guess they know the names of this music tracks, or all the music tracks in this game. So, have you beaten this game? Or is this something that, should I be excited about the prospect of getting through this game entirely? So I guess you're familiar with the way that it works, am I right about that? By the way, just to give a sense, if you are not aware of this game, when you throw the sub-weapon, but you also hold up on the D-pad while you do it, you do get an extra powerful version that actually has more of a range, but uses more gems on it. So, that's what that was all about, if you were wondering. Or the last level being hard. Yeah, again, like, that's Konami games back in the era where they could be really difficult. In fact, I guess interesting anecdote, while I'm talking about Konami and Genesis, I had my girlfriend play Rocket Knight Adventures, which is a game I picked up earlier this year, and she played it, and then she was like, I want to play it with the Game Genie on to have infinite lives. But even with that, there are parts of that game where you still have one-hit kills to it, and it was frustrating the ever-living hell out of her. And it wasn't even the end of the game. It was actually piece of it worse. Yeah, well, that's the one that's giving me the most trouble so far. But again, we'll see how this world goes about it. Okay, that was risky, but at least I made it through. Yeah, I was saying, we got to one of the bosses in Rocket Knight Adventures, which isn't even the last boss. It was like, there's a one-hit kill scenario they set up for that one. So you have to basically be doing it perfectly in a perfect run, and then I stood up, and after watching her fail it like 50 times, I then was able to do it quickly, but only because I was watching her do it, because I had never actually done that myself. I mean, honestly, I guess in some ways this has been the year of me playing a lot of Genesis Konami games that I hadn't ever played before, hadn't played extensively. This one, Rocket Knight Adventures, well, those two in particular, but some other ones. I do want to get a few of them because, again, none of the Genesis games they released ever, or most of them never really got re-released. Actually, no, Contra Hardcore, that's the other one, because I have that in the Contra collection, and then I also have it on the Sega Genesis Mini as well. I should show that off, but that game, let's put it this way, that game is way harder than even this is. That's kind of widely in discussion as one of the hardest games on the Genesis period, and I don't blame them for thinking that. Especially because that's a game where you have one-hit kills everywhere. Going to the difficulty again as far as this level, you're right in that this is not necessarily it doesn't seem that much harder, but again, it might be also one of those situations where, oh, it's easier because I've gotten through more difficult parts of it. So it's not necessarily that, oh yeah, it actually is easy. Oh, whoa! Okay, that was my fault, but thankfully I survived that. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. When you walk off a platform, you'll fall straight down and you can't move, so yeah, I was lucky there was a platform there. Otherwise, I would have been dead. But again, I still have to deal with the Medusa hits because they just keep coming. Again, I remember when I played Symphony of the Night the first time, I was like, man, these enemies are annoying. And then I heard from other people like, oh yeah, the other Castlevania games, it's like that, and the other one's like, oh, great. But then again, to be fair, yeah, no fall damage. Yeah, thank God. I mean, then again, I don't know if Castlevania has ever had a fall damage situation, even when it went to... well, you played, the 64 game. Did you have a fall damage situation in Castlevania 64? I mean, I know there's one section, I'd heard some of the discussion on that game with, the part where you have to get the explosive thing, and then you fall to the ground, but because you can't jump, that kills you, and you get fall damage that way, but... oh, okay, no, I know I would have to get up this. But I'm not sure if that game had it or not. Alright. Can I do that? Yeah, okay, I'm off on that, so... yeah, okay, I can do it that way. Probably how I have to do it. Almost. Oh, I missed it. Alright. Doesn't, okay. I guess that probably would apply to Curse of Dark, or not Curse of Darkness, Legacy of Darkness, because from what I understand, Legacy... okay, okay, so I have to hit the wheel dead on, pretty much. Or just die, that can also work. Again, that's fine, I'll climb this again. So, I mean, I guess then, to go to that, I would think that... and, again, I don't think that, yeah, I don't think that there was really a whole lot of platforming in the Lord of Shadows games, or even in Lament of Innocence, although Lament of Innocence I don't think had a fall situation either. So yeah, I mean, I guess Castlevania's never been a fall damage game, it's always been a knockback game, I guess, more than anything. As far as where some of its difficulty comes with the elements of or game design. And also with the Medusa heads. Thankfully, those are the only enemies that are like, or some of the only enemies that are like that. Oh, okay, I can jump onto the stairs. That was good. I don't need that. Let's try this again. Okay. Honestly, I think the Medusa kind of helped me there. Okay, so those are platforms that go down the way. I didn't know if they wanted me to hook my whip onto that. I mean, if there's a Castlevania 4, they'd want me to do that, because that game is full of getting the whip linked onto things. Like, this is just be quick with your platforming. Or, alright, fall off. They put me back here. I just was afraid they were going to put me back at the wheel thing I was just at. Only because I got through it the one time, I didn't want to get through it again. Actually, that was pretty cool. The idea of like how I have to get the one high up and then jump on the next one, then jump right off. But again, Jazz, Nazi Death Factory. Well, if I do Symphony of the Night, that probably won't be the case because people love that one. Although they love this one too. I mean, I get the sense that when it comes to the Castlevania games, this tends to be a favorite of people. This one for the original. Yeah, one for the original. This and Symphony of the Night and Ronald Blood. And the Game Boy Advance games to a certain extent, so a lot of them tend to be liked, but to differing degrees. Yep. Oh, that kills me. Okay. Well, so this will be the test to see if what we're seeing is the case. Do I get a continue restore? No, we don't. Okay. So, alright then. Where's the last, Okay, back here. So, alright, so... Okay, no continues then. So, it does let me continue, but... Or it does let me start over with 2 lives, but yeah, no continues then from this. Okay. Good to know. So in this case, when I get through later, it's not really going to make much of a difference. Then I guess the other point as far as like, I guess what you're saying as far as the chat's concerned is, again, it is a holiday, so even if they're not out doing things or doing what they can or are allowed to do, they probably would have other things they might want to be doing or other games they would want to be playing this. Because I know there's this game called, what is it? Phantasmaphoria, I think? I've been hearing a lot of things about that. That's on PC. It just came out. When I heard that, I was like, at first I thought it was Phantasmagoria. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if anybody ever held that game. It was a PC release in the 90s in high regard, but I was like, I heard like, okay, it's something else. But I haven't heard much else about it, so maybe they're playing that. That being said, I do like the idea that this is on a holiday for once. So it's like, okay, I get to enjoy Halloween, and like I had when we were playing Fatal Frame last week, I do have the lights turned down. Also, I had the lights turned down again because, like, if I were to somehow get trick-or-treaters around here, which I don't think I have, or at least I don't have now, I was thinking, like, well, I don't want to pretend I'm not home, but, like, well, they're going to be hearing me. They see the light coming out of the one tiny night light I have, and then hear, like, 16-bit chiptune music coming out of this and me talking over it, so like, yeah, I'm not going to be hiding myself that well if that's the case. But alas, nothing so far. But again, I do like the idea that, again, I get to have this on a holiday, which I think this is the only holiday for this year that I can think of where this is going to, or for now, since I start doing this, that it's going to fall on the holiday itself. Well, Thanksgiving is always on Thursday, so it's not going to be that. Yeah, and it's not going to be for Christmas either. So, yeah. But again, if you're going to be spending Halloween playing a video game, again, this is a good one to do that with. Well, a lot of the Castlevania games, but also this one as well. Ooh. I was doing fancy shit there with the jumping. Which is interesting, because this is not even one where you get retro gaming nerd kids visiting. Yeah, or people perhaps who bought this collection or bought the Genesis Mini last year and saying like, hey, I realize I have this game on here, because this game is on that. And I'll show that off when I pull out the Genesis Mini for something, which will probably be... I probably will be pulling that out later this month, because what I'm going to be doing is on the 21st of next month, or not 21st, the 21st of next month is the 30th anniversary of Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, which was a Genesis release, and it's on that. Sega actually did go back to Disney and get the rights for that to have it on that collection. So I'm going to show it off to the Genesis Mini that time. So yeah, I'll show off the Genesis Mini at some point, because I like those retro consoles that I have, again, which merely is just that one and the TurboGrafx one. But yeah, go to show. All right, I'm gonna, since we ran into that situation with the continues, I'm gonna be saving here. Also, because I was really not being careful around this guy. Okay, that was quick. Okay, now I also know that this thing's gonna kill me, so... Alright, time my walk in with the safe spot. And get hit by whatever those things are. Die quickly, whatever they are. Oh, okay. Alright, that's clever usage of duck there. Yeah, that's the other thing as I was saying, like, maybe what I was trying to elaborate on what I was saying about the difficulty of this game is that it feels fair. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, even when parts of this are difficult, or even like some of the design, I was like, alright, if I like jumping into that thing, me dying from that, I feel like, alright, it's fair because of how I reacted or jumped into it too quickly. So at least there's that. But this guy is taking a lot of damage. Okay. I only have one shot of that I can use. Oh, they are hurting me. Okay. Yeah, see, I was looking at that, I was like, are those things gonna hurt me or not? But the answer is yes, they are. Alright. Alright. Stage 4 oh, okay. The Cogman. Oh! Yeah, okay, this definitely is a Gunstar Heroes-like creation. In terms of everything. It does look really nice. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. I want to at least get the upgrade. So I'm just gonna have to hit this thing. Wherever you can be hit. I hit, okay, hit the orb. There we go. I think I have the pattern down at least for now. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to load that last save I had back at Frankenstein. Alright, now with that I'm gonna have to be a little more careful, and when I get there I'm gonna use the save state again so I can get to the next stage. I don't remember how many worlds there are in this game. They're probably about, I'm gonna guess like 7 or 8. I'm gonna load that last save then. It's literally right in that room. I do have the boomerang, so I should just use it on these motor guys, whatever they are. Oh, but it hits the one, but not the other. Alright, I'm gonna load that just because I want to have that other. Okay, well, now I can do it perfectly, and I'm gonna save right over this as it's exploding. Oh, or they can come back, and that one came back. I guess that hurts. You know what? I'm gonna slow to the save state, but I want to see something. Yeah, it takes off half your health. I just wanted to see how bad that was. Yeah, it's really bad. Then again, it is a saw blade, so I can understand why it really hurt. Again, I did that. we're not doing that again. Here we outside of the nice night sky there, or early morning sky. Again, the whip is doing more damage than the boomerang is. At least the boomerang the way I'm using it. Actually, that being said, I do have a lot of energy for this, so I should probably use that when I get to the boss, assuming I survive that one. You know what, I'm saving now because I have the special, or the better whip. So if I die again, I'm gonna use this. Because again, every time you get hit, you lose this thing, so... at the very least, I can use it to start here. And do a bit more damage. Got him. I like the attention to detail of the sound effects there, where it just clangs down with the metal. That's stage 4. Let's save right here. Stage 5. We're going to next. Versailles Palace, okay. So going off to France. Again, this is like a European world tour going on around here. And I like that. Okay, the good old killer plants. Every time I think that, I always think of the movie Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, they're coming out that way, too. Oh, I can hit the other one, probably. Can I? Actually, no, I can't, because I have the holy water. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, wait. Oh! It reverses my controls. Okay. Alright, so I don't want to touch the dust. Okay, I can destroy it then, thankfully. Oh, okay, well, okay, it doesn't hurt me, but again, it does reverse my controls, so... Alright, that's interesting. It's definitely one of the earlier examples of the reverse controls that I've seen. There were a couple games I played growing up that had that. I know Donkey Kong Country 3 being one of them. Can't hook up to that. Oh, actually, no. Alright, I think they designed it so I have to, again, walk towards it and then use that to walk through and then avoid hitting that thing. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Yeah, I like this. But I don't think I can kill them. I know some of these red skeletons from some of the other games can't usually do anything to them. guess in this level, yeah, the boomerang is not just a boomerang, it's a weed whacker. So again, it's very effective against these things. Especially when it comes back like that, which I like. It probably is the most useful boomerang you think of in the series, even though it has that arc to it. Again, that saved me more times than I can count. Ooh, right. Yeah, we're not getting rid of this. Yeah, the old axe guys. I know these guys from Symphony of the Night. Or again, you should be able to hit the axe out of the air, but... Oh yeah, okay, it did. Look. Guys, that was pretty cool, although I wonder if... I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try to see if I can get him to get crushed by that and it hurts him, but... Again, I don't know if I can do that. Whoa! Oh, I got that. Yeah, I'm definitely using this on those bone towers. I can swing up there. Yeah, I can. Oh, I can keep doing that. It's getting me somewhere at least. You can kind of get the bone tower from here. Oh, and jump into it. Check the walls. Okay, it's nothing in there. Just missed them. I kind of want to just get rid of all these things as I'm going up. Or I guess I can ignore them, just keep jumping up. see the pattern's reversing for this. So now I'm going with it. Alright. No candles. Well, those are gone. I guess we are going back to that then. Alright. I guess there's other goodies up there then, is what we're saying. I should at least get this so I have something. Just try and climb up without getting hit by those things. You're probably right. I should be getting as many as I can to get my whip upgraded and also to get enough gems. Actually, the other thing I probably should do is save because I'm down my last life and I want to start the level over again. I have to go against the steps. That. Actually, no, before I do, what's here? Yes, those like specter things are now like the Medusas now. They just keep coming. At least they're slower and I can hit them easier. So I have to jump. I have to make that jump in a very particular way. All right, it's like that. I think I have to, okay, so I have to jump on the one and then just basically jump along it as I go. There we go. Yeah. Right, there we go. Actually, no. Okay, no, now I can do that, I think. It's weird because I want to go. Okay, I gotta go. You know, I'm going with it now, but I do want to go against it so I can keep going. And it feels like I guess I don't have to do this, but I probably should. Probably the easy way to go about it, which is again go against it a little, but okay, go against it for each of those ends and then go against it. You know what, I can't afford it. Just avoid his punch, I should be good. Oh, whoa! I can get out. I can get him taken care of with another hit of boomerang. Yeah, that boomerang's been a lifesaver this playthrough. Yeah, but I don't want to do that again. We're saving here, even though I'm at only 1 heart. Help. Again, that means I don't lose much. Take a lot of damage. Okay, at the very least I can just... just basically do that. Just keep going back and forth. Okay, there we go. Now he's gone. That is interesting that the arrows do follow me, so there's something to say about that. And there he is. On wheels. Okay, that I didn't expect. Oh, that was my last life, so alright. So I have to do this, basically. Watch out for the ones on wheels. Can't really jump over him. You know what? Alright, let me load one more, and then I'm gonna try something else. I want to see something. I don't think I get another continue for this. Yeah, I still don't. So, I mean, it's either just keep doing this or put the password in. And again, I've gotten far enough. I don't want to, or far enough in this stage. I don't want to put the password in unless I have to. Save here. Have that, that's fine. And these guys are easy to get rid of. That's these guys. Okay, no, I can't. Good thing I saved right there. Let's just see if I can hook into the ceiling, but alas, I can. Actually, okay, that's what I gotta do. Knock him back. I was kind of nervous using the whip just because of that, but again, it does more damage. Unless I miss it. Fraction late. There we go. No, I want to save it, not just pause it. There we go. Oh! Done! Okay, yeah. As you can tell, this is the most modern Castlevania, because they have bullets they're shooting the gun out with. I don't think any of the other games in the series I'm familiar with do that. Alright, boss time. Alright, let's save. Let's see how this goes. Or mini-boss time. Got him, finally. And now I'm saving because I don't want to do that again. Again, when I get to the next password, I'm just gonna save there and then just take the password now. I'll just put it in. Whew, thank God. At least I have the upgraded whip, so there's that. And yeah, walking through such a long area without enemies. Yeah, this is gonna be something I want to hold on. Oh, I want to hold on to that whip. So in this case, safe scumming here isn't a bad idea. Well, again, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay. Watch, this is gonna be the easier one than the other one, huh? No! I guess not. Got not Mothra here. Oh, okay, I didn't even see what it's dropping. It's weird, I was playing this before with the Castlevania 1 method where I'm not used to being able to whip up. So actually that's gonna make this a lot easier. Now that I remember I have that. Actually, I might kill her before she does the egg thing. There we go. In fact, boom. There we go. Alright, so... there we go. Finally, done with stage 5. Now saving right on this, and taking a screenshot of this to put it in. Actually, that's going to be another thing I can actually do, which is capture screenshot. But in this, you have a game reset option. So you hit that. Go back to the title screen. Alright, so go to Xbox Live. So let's see what that picture is, and then we'll be ready to roll. We're ready to roll more. At least, again, we got through it eventually, so that part is over. Let's see. X, that, X. Let's see. That, X, that. Lastly, X and that. Okay. Well, let's say if you do well on each screen, you know, that again, as I said, if I kept to the idea of what I was doing. Actually, I just forgot what I needed to look at, so let me take another look at that. X that. Okay. I'll save here. Okay, no, I'm used to doing that. I'll save here because we're at the beginning of the level. So this is stage 6. The Castle Proserpina in England. Alrighty. So we're going to England now. Oh, this is it. Okay, so this is the final stage anyway. Okay. I didn't think this game was that insanely long, but I was like, all right, fair enough. Actually, this one I might just say screw it, and I'll just keep it at the start of the level. Especially with the, you know what, I'm using it now because I don't want to deal with those damn Medusas shooting the electricity. All right. Okay, so we're not too bad off. Birds are always annoying in this game. Oh yeah, okay, see, I haven't played this game as intensely, but I do remember this part of it, people saying they love the idea that they kind of invert the picture here. They kind of split it up in multiple areas, and then you have my silhouette jumping in and out of certain sections, which actually is a really cool effect. I don't know if I could ever say I've necessarily seen anything quite like this on anything. Oh, well, although... Well, actually, no, I can. Because, Rocket Knight Adventures did this. Oh, there's a life there. Okay. I have to basically look into the background in order to see where I'm supposed to go. Whoop. Oh! See, okay, that was another thing that threw... Okay, no, see, I'm so used to Inhabit pulling that left trigger. So, actually, you know what? Wait, 0. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Actually, you know what? Hang on, I screwed up. Let me reset this, because when I put the save state down, I put it down at the end of that, but I didn't put it down after I put the password in, because I thought I did. So, alright, let's put the password in one more time, and then this will be the end. I just realized that. I was like, wait a second. Why do I have not enough lives? Okay, so... Okay. I'm gonna go through the middle first. And the first line is... No? Let's see, what did I miss? Oh, right, I have to put the axe down here. There we go. Okay, now I'll save here. I thought I did, but alright. Now we're good. Now we have 3 lives, and we're all set. The last stage of the game. Also, I think it's just worth just walking through, don't... Oh. Wait, I still don't have lives. Okay, so that had nothing to do with that. Alright, so they're just not giving me lives when I use the password. Okay. Yeah, that I was not aware of. Okay. Well, it's good to know that, at least. Alright, so I guess in some ways, like, yeah, I can't completely avoid the difficulty situation here. It's like, alright, I still have only 1 life left, so... Ow. Alright, so I'm gonna have to keep doing this anyway. There's that one.
That anyway.
Actually, I guess that would be the, oh, now upside down. I was gonna say that was gonna be the seizure effect, would be the flashing of the mirror, but I think they probably toned it down. Alright, let's see. Holy water, don't need that. Ah, the upside down. Looks like Sonic and Knuckles wasn't the only game from 1994 that did that. Oh, it's even, oh, that's clever. It's actually reversing my, ducking control, or even, oh, okay, I have to press down to walk up the stairs now, okay. Oh boy. Dead. Again, if I can get the life. Oh, got it. You know what? I'm saving now. Okay, that worked. Let's make sure I saved it. Good. Yes? Good. Alright. So I have the extra life. Perfect. Oh. And good thing I got that then. There we go. Now, alright, now I'm feeling a little better about this. Yeah, I'm still having fun with the game, so I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that, okay, I'm not frustrated out of my wits on the back of this, although I took a few too many hits there. I'm gonna start the room. Keep forgetting I did up to crouch. You know what, since I did that, there we go. Alright, now I'm saving because I don't want to go through that again, but I also want to figure out how to handle with these guys. I can't hit them to stop them briefly, but honestly, I'm thinking it's probably just easier just to walk. Yeah. They give me a lot of holy waters in this level. Nothing really else as far as weapons. Just in the castle. We're going back to the last room. Actually. Well, so I guess that's probably what they want me to do, use the holy water. Since I'm going to be coming up on getting that whip anyway, I can save here. Again, I got the other life, it's not a problem. If I hadn't gotten that life, I might not have done this. Actually, one thing I'm also doing is saving here because I have the better whip, as we saw with the last boss. Oh, and it's gone. Yeah, I kind of want to save every few steps. I don't want to lose this whip. Oh, but I also. Oh. Good thing I just saved, and I also do have the water bomb, so I can use. I think that's what they call it, but. Alright. I think we're getting close. Whenever you see a stairway next to moonlight in a Castlevania game, it means we're almost there. Alright. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of this weapon. Yeah, I think we're almost at the end. Alright. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Oh! That was a lucky hit. Actually, I almost want to save right there because of all the health I got. In fact, I'm gonna do that. Ooh. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what this is like. This reminds me of the Dice Palace in Gunstar Heroes. It's alright. Again, I got full health restore. I'm okay with that. You again. Oh. What that is. Oh, this again. Okay, so it's like the boss rush. Okay. Okay, now that we know how this works, we're in good shape. Actually, I think I'm probably going to get die from this because of how many times I'm getting hit. You know what? I'm gonna go back to where I had the health because then I can get the good whip again. See, now it's beneficial to do this. I'm in a good spot. I want to keep this going as long as I can. That's fine, I'll take that hit. I want to avoid that exploding thing. Or... oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, I can avoid it that way. Just go walking away. Okay. Alright, back to the tower, I think. hard. That looks like something from the second level. Oh, this. Alright, this isn't too bad. Except I don't have the axe to help me, so I have to use the whip only. Keep jumping into him. Okay, he went down. So what do we got next? Back to you again. I think we're done with your demonic card game. Oh, now we gotta beat you. Oh. Oh, one question I'm gonna ask, and I might restart on this. Do I have to start that all over again if I die? I would think yes, because this is also something, now I'm thinking, I realize another game that does this. Cuphead does the same thing. If I do, I'm just gonna pull back and say no. Oh no, I don't have to do it again. Well, that being said, I might start it over again anyway, depending on what happens. At the very least, this might also be a scouting mission, so I'm like, alright, I'm getting rid of him there, but I know there's a last form, probably. Or is that the mini-boss? Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, I might just restart then on the back of that, just because, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna die doing this, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just go back to where I had. So we're in a good spot, at least. I just remember to jump over the tail then. Now, I might need the axe for later, so... I know that's not the end. Knowing Castlevania, we got one other thing left to do. You know, I kind of do want to use the save now because I have an extra life, but also because I want to see what's next. Oh, not this again. Okay, that I can't get rid of. It turns into fire. Just curious, where does it put me back when I die? I probably have to start that whole fight again. Yeah, I do. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to start that whole fight again, so if I have to do it this way, I'm gonna do it this way. That's the fire one. It's gonna watch out for the... Oh, I can just walk towards it. Okay. I thought I... Oh, I see what I have to do. I have to... I can walk past those. They're not hit boxes on the ball, on the orbs. I thought they were. I just gotta hit her 4 times before those go away. Got it. Just missed it. Let's try this again. This isn't too bad then, it's just that I have to be quick on the draw for that. Ow, except don't get up. There we go. There we go. I hit her and avoided the effects of the orbs. Oh, because I got hit her 5 times in this one. Oh shit! Got it too early. One more now. There we go. There she goes. I don't think we're done yet. Let's save here. Alright, looks like we should be close to the end then. One more. I can see where the difficulty on this game is coming from, particularly at the end. There we go, Dracula. It must be him. Let's go. Yeah, this might be one of those. I want to have a full bit of health to take care of him. I mean, if I need to, I'll go back to the other save state. Again, we're almost there. It's been a long undertaking, but he's going down. before I can hit it out with my, I'm saving here because I think we're getting close to the end. I know this is not my first rodeo with Castlevania 2. Know that, yeah, I got another foreman in the fight. No, fireballs. If it's not the end, we're back. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, okay, I'm going back to the last save I had right here. Alright, we'll be done with this soon. I'm pretty sure this is the last part of the game. We've already gone through 3 forms of Dracula, so I don't think they're gonna throw me a 4th one. I'm not getting hit doing this, it's just that I want to hit him. This will make it easier because it's just expanding. Just got him. Oh no, he's got another form. You know, I want to save here. I know we're right near the end, but I'm doing this. Run under him, that's how I'll do it. Hit him once, stay back, let him do that, because he's not going to hit me unless I hit him. I think I got him, we're done. There we go. Finally. Never felt so good to see that orb. There we go. So that is the end, I guess. Pretty sure there's nothing else except the credits. Take a look. Again, this is the first time of my beating it. Because I did it on this collection, I'm gonna get a nice little achievement for that. Alright. Boom, there you go. It took a left-hander to set things straight. Complete Castlevania Bloodlines and John Morris. Oh, there's one for beating it the other way. Yeah, 6 minutes from the stream. Yeah, don't tell anyone. The resurrection of Dracula has been averted. Okay, so, world record playing is, John, but again, I got the other method to play it. Alright, let's see the staff roll, and, yeah, with that, I think that was Castlevania Bloodlines. Yeah, I had to do some, I guess, backward stuff as far as to get through, and again, it feasibly isn't necessarily the most skilled playthrough you can see of this game, but as someone who was, again, hadn't finished this game, but was like, I want to finish this, I had a good time playing this. I'm amazed with all the technical aspects of it as I went through, continuing. And it definitely is a worthy game in the Castlevania franchise. And again, one that Sega fans were right to brag about back in the day. Now, obviously, it was between that and Super Nintendo, but at the same time, it's something that, yeah, Genesis did do a good job with this. And I'm glad to see it's now getting re-released. Because that's how I ended up getting to play it, and that's how a lot of other people get to play it too, especially given that this is an expensive game in its original form. It's like $80, $90 as far as complete, which for Genesis standards isn't horrible, but it's still pretty high if you're like, I don't know if I'm going to like this game. Michiru Yamane, as I said, for the music. Beautiful music score, by the way, to this. Just go back to that. But I was saying, if you don't want to spend that much on the Genesis game, you can get it on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, and you can get it on the Sega Genesis Mini. So now you have options to play this game, and it's definitely a really good one. Definitely a good one as far as the classic style before, I guess then later games either went to 3D or they went to the Metroidvania style, as they call it, for, you know, an interconnected world. But yeah, that was a good game. Looks good, sounds good, plays well. It's hard, but even then, this is probably not the hardest game in this series. That would probably be Castlevania 3 or the first one. But, and again, you do have a nice replayability to it, because again, we have another character feasibly you can play, and I guess I could play as the other character at some point. Return to this game that way, but again, unless there's a difference with the story, perhaps, there might not be much of a reason. But yeah, I mean, try expert mode. Well, there wasn't an expert mode to select, so I think what they're talking about here, and I think we can take a look at this quickly. Options. Yeah, normal, because when I was playing it, there was not an option for expert. So, actually, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save here, because I want to see something at some point later. Not on stream, but I'll see it later, which is... I wonder if this is a situation where, like a lot of Konami games, let me put on some background music to talk over this. Alright, that one. Alright, so, as I was saying, with the expert mode, I'm wondering if this is like other Konami games where you have to beat the expert mode in order to get the true ending, which I wouldn't put past them because there are a lot of games from Konami this era that do this. This might do it, but I know Rocket Knight Adventures does it, Sparkster does it, alright, both of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, they're on the 16-bit systems. Hyperstone Heist and Turtles in Time did it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lock the end of the game behind that, but in this case, what I guess there's to be said about that is that you have to unlock the expert mode. I would think probably the only difference is going to be how difficult it is. I mean, feasibly I could take a look at that and maybe then run it again as the other character that way, but I don't know. I mean, I'll look into that and maybe I'll do that at some point, but again, I might just go to another Castlevania game. In fact, the next time I go to Castlevania, I think I'm going to be doing Symphony of the Night, because that's one I know much more, and that's also going to be a situation where I'm not going to be able to finish that in one sitting, but it is something that I do want to show off, because that is a terrific game as well. And actually, that is my introduction to Castlevania, so I have a lot of history with that one. compared to this one, although I will say, playing this, I kind of wish I had played this when I was growing up. It's one of those Genesis games like Landstalker that made me realize, yeah, what was I missing? I was missing this for all these years of my life, but as they say, better late than never, and I guess better later in the night than never for it, especially on this Halloween night, which has been a fun time to go back to Castlevania and get into the mood on it. I definitely was getting into this game as I was going. Alright, so, thank you for watching. I guess that'll do it for Super Old Game Saturday for this Halloween night. As far as some programming notes, I guess, of what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, I'm actually kind of feeling in a bit of a Konami mood, so next week I'm going to be doing another Konami game, one that I have a little more familiarity with, but also is one that I'm pretty familiar with. We're going to do Mystical Ninja Story and Goemon for the Nintendo 64, one of my favorite games on the system that most people have not played. And I know that's a game that's not widely played, but the people have played it. We're like, Metal Gear Solid? I should get to Metal Gear Solid at some point, because I have 1, I have 2, I have 3. I have the Game Boy Color version. Actually, that might be a good one to show off, the Game Boy Color version. You might think, like, Game Boy Color, how's that one? But, it's great. Yeah, you know, I could do Metal Gear Solid at some point, but in the Konami mood, I'm gonna do Mystical Ninjas 1. You want me to do the first? You want me to do the first? Well, again, I've got a lot of options there as far as going into Metal Gear, so yeah, I'll definitely hit up Metal Gear at some point. Again, for next week, I'm going to be doing Mystical Ninja Story and Goemon for the Nintendo 64, one of the most underrated games in the system for me. And the week after that, I might be off, but I'm not sure. That's a tentative plan. Yeah, if I'm doing Metal Gear Solid 1, it would be on the PlayStation. That is how I own it. But yeah, for the week after next, again, Mystical Ninja Story and Goemon next week. The week after that, I might be off. If I'm not off, I might do another Konami game. I might actually do Animaniacs, because I've actually recently bought the entire series of that on DVD. I was like going back to it and realized, oh yeah, I have the game, or one of the games for it, so I might do that if I'm off that week, or if I'm on that week. Again, that's a tentative thing. I'll know by next week how it's going to look. Still kind of up in the air for me personally, but... And then the week after that will be Castlevania starring Mickey Mouse, because on November 21st, that is the 30th anniversary of that game, a game I grew up with and loved. And I will be using my Sega Genesis Mini to play that, even though I do have the Genesis cartridge, so I can show it off like I did with this collection. So, and then I guess at the end of the month, yeah, I don't know. I'll pick something for that, but I haven't really thought that far out. But again, Mystical Ninja Story and Goemon and Castlevania are the two I'm thinking out the most. The modern series of Animaniacs, yeah, that's in the middle of next month. It's dropping on Hulu. So I'm curious to see about it. Hopefully they can, it's going to be an interesting thing if they can catch that lightning in the bottle the second time. But yeah, Konami did do a game based on it, and it is an interesting case, at least the Super Nintendo version. Because that's the one I'm going to be doing when I do it. There's also a Genesis version, which my girlfriend owns, but I don't, and it's a totally different game. Actually, every Animaniacs game that Konami made is totally different, of which there are 3, including one of them, which is by the Game Boy game, which is by the people who made Rogue Squadron, weirdly enough. But I guess with all that rambling there, is like I have my list of what I'm doing over the next couple weeks, depending on how things are. But again, next week I'll be back for Mystical Ninja Story and Goemon. Thank you for watching Super Old Game Saturday. Had a lot of fun with this one. I look forward to having a lot of fun next week, and have a happy Halloween.